New SRX, well, the 2021 SRX season, or the 2020 season, which is added to the Euro Club Challenge series. As you saw me take second away from the pack, now we're behind Doug Kobe. As the first heat of our career in the SRX series here at Stafford, as we try to track down that blue car in front of us, but we won't be able to, as he had Heat 1 pretty much locked down as I started losing traction and grip. As I believe that might be Castro Neves or Stewart that was behind me there trying to get past me, but we keep in front of him. It was Castro Neves. And then we come up to Heat 2, as obviously if you know the SRX series, you know they invert the field each heat and then they add up all the points, and that's pretty much where you, or with your points, that's just what you, where you pretty much qualify for the main. As we gained this, I think that was Biffle, I think that was, on accident. I almost spun him around. Then you see Stewart there. As we try to get around everybody here, we got Labane, we got Paul Tracy, the only SRX driver to get suspended. I don't know how you do that. You got Ernie Francis Jr. As I think this is Stewart behind me, following me by. This orange machine. We're gonna do races 1 through 3, and then we're gonna the last ones after this one, because there is more to these races than just one race. As we, that was what happened there. Was I'm pretty sure I opened up my capture thing, the Xbox capture, and it just pretty much pulled an e-brake on my car and then spun, or got hit and then spun. On that restart, we get by a couple cars. Now we're behind Castro Neves. We're gonna get 5th in Heat 2, so that's gonna put us pretty high up in the starting order, as we're gonna start 4th in the main event. As I believe it was a 15-lap race or a 19-lap race, I can't remember. It's 25 laps, okay. Got Biff and Kobe, and I believe Castro Neves behind us. Probably the first Monster Games game that I actually was able to use a steering wheel for, or at least my new steering wheel that I actually enjoyed playing. Like, this was, honestly, these cars were actually a blast to drive. Same with the Super Late models, which I haven't been able, or I didn't record every race of it, but I've been able to do a couple races with those things, and those things are a blast as well. It's kind of hard with dirt cars because it's kind of weird on the steering, but the asphaltness, and at least the asphalt cars on dirt, or the heavier cars on dirt, seem to work pretty well. To give Doug there a bump and run, as he probably exaggerated too much for real life, because that's just how AI are. You know, I went in the wall there, as we got Castro Neves behind me now, as we mess up turn 3 pretty well. Then Castro Neves gets to our inside with 16 to go. As we are wearing our tires. But now we get to the inside, as he washed up pretty well there in turn 3, without even me touching him, so that was actually a plus there. As I was trying to, I believe I was trying to figure out which one was the change camera button, and I accidentally pressed pause, or that I was trying to do something else, I can't remember. And now we're coming up to the last lap, right behind Paul Tracy to lap him, as we already lapped somebody. I forgot who I lapped. I believe it was a blue car, but I could be wrong. And now we get to the inside Tracy. get by him, and then we're gonna win the first race of the first race of the season for the SRX first season. Never mind. Close enough, I guess. Now we move on to Knoxville. As you see my car now, as I am able to actually show you the car. Once we get the green flag here in Knoxville, race 2 of the SRX season. As this track was fun too, but it was kind of a learning curve because you had to keep it as straight as possible, but also you had to figure out the right line. Also, I learned that in this game, besides wrecking Michael Waltrip there on accident, I learned in this game that it actually has like the cushioning from World of Outlaws, where you can feel the cushion. Like if you get up there, you can kind of get caught by the cushion if you don't go up too far. Like I need to be right here. Maybe not. Maybe in this next corner if I stay high. Nope. It'll be shown here in a second whenever I show a high side clip. But besides that, we're gaining on Ernie Francis Jr. there in front of us. As you got Helio, the 21 of Brian Brown, and I don't know who else is up there, but I'm gonna take a guess and it might be Stewart. I think that might be right. Yeah, it was Stewart. So we got around by Francis. We got one lap to go here, and I'm pretty sure it's Heat 1 still. I wasn't paying attention. But Heat 1, it looks like we're going to get 4th, and we are going to get 4th as Stewart's trying to get to the inside Castroneves. I believe he makes it across the line first, he does. So he'll get 2nd in Heat 4, or Heat 1. So I get 4th in Heat 1. And then Heat 2, so we finished 4th in Heat 1. See where we got in Heat 2 as we get the green flag, and then we got obviously more ground to make up as we went further up in the first heat, and now we gotta be back here for the second heat. I mean, we were already back here in the first heat, so this kind of just makes me have more experience back here to find a faster line back here in the back and not wrecking anybody by accident like I almost did to Elliott there. Got really close there trying to keep it off of everybody. Then we get by Castroneves, and then we're right on the back of the Waltrip as Ernie Francis is right behind us. There you go, right there. You can kind of see it before I cut it off. You can see me kind of get caught by the lip, as you're going to see here. Right there, you can see me kind of get held by the lip there. Unless if I show you a little bit right there. So now we have the lead here in Heat 2. There's a 2 car, and I'm pretty sure it's Francis in 2nd. As you can tell, the AI are a lot more sideways than I am in 3rd. But I think that's just one of those monster games type things, like in the NASCAR Heat series. So you get the white flag for Heat 2. And we're going to come through 3 and 4, and we're going to get the win in Heat 2, so we're going to go up to about, I think like 2nd at least, at minimum. It was 2nd. And then we got the main event for Knoxville. And I believe it was more than 25 laps this time. I know it was last lap. Honestly, it should be longer than that, because this would have went pretty quick. Also, probably fine with me. We got Stewart, Francis there, and the blue car there, I can't remember. Try to go 3 wide of Brian Brown, that's who it was. Had to check out of it, but then we got by Francis, but now we're on the inside of Brown. Stewart's there in the mirror right behind her. Francis, as he gets to the inside, or is that Helio? No, that's Helio. Stewart's the one that's leading. I'm dumb. And then Brian Brown gets us back on the inside. He takes second back away from me. And then also, I believe it's Cash Neves right there. And then he goes around after touching him and then comes straight back up the track. And then we come back green after that mess. After Helio got contact with me. We got 3 laps to go, coming to 2 to go as we get behind Brian Brown as we're trying to do our best to get around them. But as you're going to see here in 2 laps, I won't be able to get around them. Get around him right there, but he's going to get us in turn 3 as we try to get some type of run on the outside, but it's just not working. He gets back to our inside. Then we try to stay on his door, but he stays strong. I kind of back out of it early and then dive into the inside and try to move him up. I couldn't get him up high enough off the corner, and we got 3rd. Tony Stewart's gonna win there. Brian Brown 2nd. I got 3rd, and Scott Bloomquist got 4th there. So actually a race that wasn't really good for him, and in those heats became pretty good there at the end. And then we're here at the Eldora. We got first pick in the heat 1. As this one, I thought I was gonna be a little bit worse here because a little bit more roundy. I thought maybe it was just because the Knoxville was a little bit more sharp in the corners. I was doing a lot better, but I was actually pretty decent here. So got 1 more lap to go in heat 1. It seems like I can at least win a heat. Well, I just haven't been able to win since Safford. And I'm pretty sure in this race we get close to it again, when we don't actually get the win. So get back and get a green flag again for heat 2. See that they wrecked all by themselves on lap 1 there in heat 2. On that restart, we got 4th away from whoever that was behind me, and now we're behind Cash Neves. Try and get 3rd away from him as those 3 ran away from us, but I believe this is Tony next to us. Kind of fell back, and we were able to get to him and get around him eventually. As we come up to the checkered flag here at Eldora, and we're going to get 3rd for heat 2. I believe that puts us 1st as they wreck after the line, and that puts us in 2nd. Okay. So we get the green flag. And we were never gonna start, so that was one thing to know. Like, even at Safford, we're not good at starts. And you got Swanson there. As you see him get around us on the inside. As we try our best to keep it on the outside with a lot of momentum. Try to have momentum. As Swanson kind of blocks our entry into turn 1 there. Yeah, I believe this is Tracy next to us. I think I just saw the Tracy name. I think it's Francis actually now, I'm thinking about it. As he slams in this. Coming off of turn 4. Let's go back to the inside, we slide him once more. A lot more successful that time, but I bogged down a little too much, but I still got around them nonetheless. Now we got track down Helio, but I don't actually get to him. We do shave a couple seconds off by the time we get to the checkered flag, but we don't make enough to actually make a run for it. So I got 2 to go there. If you're wondering why did that beginning of this clip kind of look weird, it was probably because it kind of got too high and diamond the corner probably. Or squared off the corner. So now you're gonna see we're gonna finish second here, and that's gonna put us in the lead in the point standings. As there's been all these races had a new winner. We're in the heats here, and we go on turn 1. We clip the Infinite Monster Games apron, and we spin out. Surprisingly, no cautions, even though it's restricted cautions. Or strict caution is what I meant to say. So it should have thrown a caution there, but I guess since I was off the track, the game didn't notice that. But we fall down to last. We fire our way up to 7th here with a minute to go, pretty much, as we try to battle Cash and Nevis here. You got 40 seconds left as we almost absolutely wreck Cash and Nevis trying to beat him into the corner. Luckily we didn't absolutely wreck him. Then the last lap of Heat 1 as we get behind Stewart. And we're not going to be able to pull it off. We try to move him. But I think he beats... No, I'm running. He hits the wall. Yes, I was thinking about it wrong. So we get 5th in Heat 1. So that's going to put us in 8th in Heat 2. And this goes a lot better on the start, since I'm not going to hit the apron this time around, as we get by Stewart almost going down the turn 1 on the inside. We stick to the ISI, get a little trampled by him behind, but we keep it straight, unlike Heat 1. So that's a plus, as we are now behind Cash Nevis, who we almost absolutely dumped. And as you see us making our way up to 3rd here, as we come up behind Michael Waltrip. So we're gonna make a move to the inside, or at least try to like put our nose there so he knows I'm here. And no, I was not doing a Patrick Mahomes reference. Kermit the Frog. So get a little touch to the rear end there. Get to the inside. And I get past for 2nd. With a minute and 14 to go. We pretty much could almost drive it flat out. Just a little lift there. But we aren't gonna let Marco Andretti defeat us this time around. We're actually gonna be able to get by him. 20 seconds to go in Heat 2, and we're gonna take the lead. And from there on out, we pretty much drive ourselves to a Heat 2 victory, as you're going to see us on the last lap here of Heat 2. As we come off of turn number 4, and we're going to win Heat 2. That's going to put us around 3rd or 4th for the main event, maybe even 5th. And that puts us in 3rd. The main event, which actually went a lot better than I thought it would, especially now I know I don't need to make a move that early in a race in 3rd place there. So as you see me, I took it a lot smarter. I just kind of waited until turn 1 and just followed the car in front here. It's got Francis there. Then I can't really my car is more of a long range car, so right now I'm not really trying to pass anybody. I'm just trying to hold off 4th here. You got Scott Speed there, that's the car that I was started behind. Got a little tight there in the middle of the corner. Got a little contact there. But it didn't do any harm. As we come off of turn 4, as we're going to get by Speed. Just barely going into 1, I think. Yeah, there we go. We get by him. Now we're clear. Now we just need to get to Ernie Francis here. As it took 2 laps, but it didn't take that long before I was able to get to the inside. Maybe a little slide up into him, entering 1. Right there, a little. No, not really much of a slide. I thought I did a little more of a slide there. Now we kind of just set sail from there. Just on lap 13 with a pretty big lead. I needed to stop hitting the apron entering 3 because I actually started losing time there. Because turn 1 and 2 I can hit the apron and it feels like I'm perfect, but turn 3 it feels like I'm getting shot up the racetrack too much. There I was able to keep it off the apron. But a little too an exit. C5 to go there, and we move on to the last lap as we come up turn 4. In the lead in front of Scott Speed. Turn 4 behind Bill Elliott, about to lap him, but we get a little too loose, so we just kind of backed it down and win here at IRP. And now as we move on to Slinger for race number 5, so we ram in the back of Willie T. Ribs there. As we got 2 heats obviously every race that happens. This time we have a 37 lap main event, turned into 42 cautions. First really race I had more than 1 caution. To get by, I just slammed into there. And you see me, we're going to be able to get to 3rd of Cash Neves, and we get kind of gridlocked at that point. We kind of just get stuck at 3rd for heat 1. Now turn 1 and get past him. That pretty much was the rest of the race. It was just me sitting there in 3rd and just trying to catch the O'Learys, but couldn't really do anything about it. They do get a lot of cars, but it didn't seem to slow them down that much. Got really loose there. Let's try to get, I got very loose off the exits if I didn't drive it hard enough. Even though sometimes I feel like I drive it too hard and I'm gonna hit the wall and I back off and the car just starts sliding. Like right there. So we get 3rd in heat 1. Then we move on to heat 2. We started back in about 10 for 9th and we start making our way up again as we get around the Ribs. Try to. I got Paul Tracy there. Get around him as he was pretty much last in the pack the whole time, or last in the field the whole time. Now we get up to Stewart, who's for 1st. Gets a little wiggle there, but we still get around him. And then we pretty much just drive away from drive away pretty much. It's not much driving away when this track is very short, so it looks like we're getting hunted down, but it doesn't really mean anything. We got 1st in heat 2, and then we go on the main event where we get 1st for the starting grid, the pole position. And now we start the 37 lap race that turns into 42 laps. As you're going to see here very quickly in the first caution. As you see me absolutely spin out, and I was talking about that earlier, how loose it got off the corners. But luckily I only lost to 3rd. Now we got Marco Andre and Luke behind us, I believe still. I don't remember if it's Fenhouse. If it's Fenhouse, then I'm correct. If not, then I'm butchering his last name. 2 laps to go as we still try to hunt down Dre. Got really loose once more. Then we get another caution. Don't know what it was for. Probably signing the middle of the pack because it was not the back of the pack because that's what we're lapping. So we get the green. He pretty much just drives up into us. And then we give him the bumper. And then we get around him. About 10 to go. Use them up a little bit. Then we got 2 to go. And then we're gonna pretty much, we already know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna win here at the Slinger. Take a win at Slinger, and that's going to pretty much cement our championship. We're going to win the championship based off that race, pretty much. So we beat Marco Andretti, Bobby Labonte, Luke Fenhouse, and I believe it was the fourth car, which I completely forgot who it was. And we get the green flag here at Nashville. We start on the pole next to, I think that's Biffle. Next to us. I can't see in the mirror the name. But we pretty much stay in first all the way till the end as whoever this is behind me is right on our back bumper. We pretty much just ran away from the pack. P1, then we start in the back in Heat 2 because that's how you inverse the field. There's actually 14 cars this time around, not 12. So we get my green. See Elliott there. I think that's Chase. There. Then you got Labonte, who was the one that was tracking us down end of Heat 1. But luckily we're able to hold off. Paul Tracy as we're going to give him the bumper once more. I mean, he pretty much drove like that, so I might as well drive like that to him. You got Biffle right there, so it might have been Biffle I saw. Or it might be that other car that's similar it is in front of him. Get around on the inside, and gets the Corpino Stewart. And then we absolutely wrecked the hell out of the car after being sideways off of turn 2. And getting slammed by, I believe, Ribs or Labonte. Actually, no, I think I'm Scott Speed I've got hit by. No, it was Labonte. Oh, maybe it was Scott Speed. Looks like he has some damage. Doesn't look like Bonnie has any damage. Then we get 10th in Heat 2, so that's not going to put us anywhere near. Oh, we are near in the front. I think that was Scott Speed that got into us, or it was Biffle, I think. And then I believe it's Chase in front of us. I don't think Bill is in that purple car. We go to the field, we'll run to the race. Stand there, I think this is where we finish. This is 14 to go. Pretty sure this is where we finish. So we try our best to get to Chase Elliott, but I also didn't want to wreck myself trying to get to him. So we just kind of sat back and just tried to get the championship by just staying in third and maybe even losing fourth, but that's about it. That's all really what we can lose. So there I got passed by World Trip coming into the race, but we get fourth. But we get fourth, but we do get the championship, as you will see at the end here. After we finish fourth in the last race of the season for this SRX season, and we get the championship for the first season. welcome to the 2021 Euro NASCAR Series. First race here at Valencia. All of these races are 10 laps, and we're in this number 42 car. I forgot the manufacturer, so it doesn't really affect me. But this is the full championship of the Club Challenge, which I think would have actually had two races per race. So like 8 races or 10 races in total, but I decided to just do 1 10-lap races for each, because I think that's enough racing. I mean, just look at this. We're up to 6 on lap 2, or 6th on lap 2, actually 5th now, I think. No, we're 6 because the leader is up there somewhere. Okay, you can see him up there to the right. So see me get a little loose there. Circuit Ricardo Tormo. I think that's how the actual track's name, not just where it's located. As you see me take the pass for the lead on Norling. I think his last name is Christopher. That's the only other way I can think of saying his last name. As we're on lap 6. Come down the turn, wherever. All I know is the last turn. I actually like this track. Probably because I didn't have to shift that much. Just because this is a big car on a pretty windy road course. But even then, it's pretty fun, especially this corner. Once I got used to it, I could kind of take it a lot faster than I used to. Especially at the end of the race like there, where I just kind of use the curb up a little bit and then use as much runoff as possible. And then here we go, we're gonna win the Valencia NASCAR Fest for the NASCAR Grand Prix of Spain. Then you got the NASCAR Grand Prix of Czech Republic for the OMV Max Motion NASCAR show at Autódromo Most. I think it's just Most. This race, we've only dropped below the top 3 one time, I think. If not, twice. And I think this is one of the races where we dropped out of the top 3. After you saw that, where I just got absolutely dumped for no reason in the first corner. Then we catch up to the back of the car, or back of the pack, after getting dumped in turn 1. Now I'm behind this number 18 car, who later is going to be the death of me, as we bump draft him down the straightaway. Like, might as well. I can't really make anything up trying to pass him. So we pass him, but then he just does the same thing. He just absolutely wrecks us. And that's the second spin that we have. Now we're back down to 14th, and then we're right behind him again, and we just body him off the racetrack. I almost put myself off too much there. But we make him by and around him, as you got now the number 2 car, the Federico, I believe, and you got Leonardo. So I got 3 cars in front of me, and then the 46, who blocked me a little bit, and then I tried to get back in line before the curve, and then I pretty much dumped him there. I will admit that was pretty much just me dumping him, because I just want to make sure I got in line, and I got in the back of Gordon there on accident. Now we got Hugo in front of us, as we'll get around Hugo for 6th place. Now we try to get up to one of 2 Colocs, as this is. So it is 2 races, I think, that we fell out of the top 3. This is the first one. We finished 6th here at Most. I don't know why I'm saying that so weirdly. Just Most. see us get off turn last corner. Get 6 there. Now that only put us about 4th in the standings, because I had to do my own calculations. Now we're at the NASCAR Grand Prix of Porta. At Kromnik. And I'm just gonna keep it there. I'm just gonna say that. See me get dumped like in the last race. This is actually the race where I fell out of the top 10, I believe. And that's because for some reason they were a lot faster here than they were in the last 2 races. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the long straightaway here and on the front stretch. And then by the time I got to them, it was already halfway through the race. So now we finally get back past last place. Then we're up to 14th. You see that guy wiggling back there. And we make up some ground here on lap 6, but it's just not enough to even get to the top 10. So we're just flying through this section of the track. We might have gotten top 10. Almost not after that one. I almost shoved him off to where he could have just hooked me, but luckily he didn't. Now we're behind Hugo. Got on the back of him a little bit there. Up to 10th now. If I'm not mistaken, we get wrecked again. If I'm not mistaken. So we make it all the way up to 7th, 6th now, and then we go into one of the last corners, and then the one car just turns down into me, and then we spin around, and that's exactly what I was thinking. And it didn't happen. And then we try to get back going, and we spin again on accident, and then the 3 car, actually it wasn't the 3 car, it's whoever Jamon is. And the last lap, and then we're gonna get 12, if the standings will actually calibrate correctly. Yeah, 12. Now wait for that one. Now race number 4, the NASCAR Grand Prix of Belgium here in Zolder. This one starts our streak of the last 2 races of being top 2s. Alright, restart, or not restart, start, because there is no such thing as a restart. Had a little overcooked there, luckily it wasn't too big of an overcooked where we just absolutely destroyed the field. Hit by 3 wide with those 2. So we come up to my favorite part of the track because we absolutely missed the corner in that part of the track. See him up to 4th. The leader is kind of out of there, like he's not even there anymore. Now I don't remember what happened. I know what happens at the end of the race. I don't know what took me so long to get up there in the first place as we try to get around the 46. We do. Now this is 2nd place. The same guy that has dumped us already. And luckily we get by him as we're breaking the draft off of him coming up to the chicane. Now here's a leader who checks up more than I do in the chicane. As you see, I gained so much time on Gabussi there. I can't see these guys' name, I'm sorry. The number 88. Which I don't think is the correct number, but I think it's the number I chose because it was the closest one to the actual drivers. And then on lap 7 we come up to my favorite section of the track once more. And we get a run on the inside. We're almost ahead right here. Get into him just a little bit. And then right here, he just sends us off the track by body slamming us off. And then we put too much gas trying to get back going. And then the sand trap, which takes us forever to get out of. Or it seemed like forever. And now the last lap, we could not get around them, even though we're right behind them. So we missed turn 1 there. And then turn 2 not any better. And then the final corners on the last lap, as we slam in the back of him because he brake checked us so he didn't have to do if we wrecked him. And I thought I was going to get him at the line, but just false hope there at the end. And then here we are at Italy. I don't know how to say this track's name. I'm probably just gonna do this. It's in Rome, I believe, or north of Rome. See the first corners there. See how sideways we get through this section, and then we come up on the back bumper of number 1. Throw in deep. And leave, we get by him, and then we get by these guys, slamming the 14 just a little bit there, and a little left tap. Lap 4 up to 3rd. I honestly thought I was going to win this race. Balinga. I think that's how you say the name of the track. As you see me trying to get around 3rd, get up the curves, lap 6. We do get by for 2nd, then we gotta get by for 1st. We do get by 1st, and then you see after we take 1st here, come out to the middle section of the race. Racetrack, getting past 56. So, bumper run there. That's probably what led to what is going to happen here in a second. You just see me holding the gas on the back bumper of the 56. And then we dive it in here. And then later that lap, coming to the start finish, or not coming to the start finish line, the end of the lap, he hops the curve trying to get to me and does indeed dump me. And then I come back. I'm able to catch 2nd, but I was not able to catch 1st. So you're gonna see me here and get to the inside of 94 coming up to the last corner and then kind of body my way. Actually, the 94, Simon is the actual championship winner of this little season, and then this is what I do to the winner on the number 56 there. We just dump him after the line there for what he did. So there's your standings. I finished 3rd in the point standings. I did my best. It could be a couple of them could be wrong in numbers, but I did my best on that.